Prince Harry and Lesotho's Prince Sesotho co-penned an emotional and poignant message as a foreword of the latest annual report of Sentebale, the organization they launched together in the mid-2000s. In their message, the founding patrons stressed how difficult the past year has been for many people and organizations such as Sentebale, as the COVID-19 pandemic exacerbated already existing difficult situations and created fresh challenges to tackle. The Duke of Sussex and Prince Seeiso wrote in the latest annual report of their charity, "The reality is that existing inequalities have either deepened or been exacerbated during the past 2 years. This has created a compounding effect, as the COVID-19 and HIV pandemics are intrinsically intertwined in many ways." They went on listing some of the fresh challenges created by the COVID crisis. The patrons said, "Parents and carers have lost their jobs, young people can't find work, children have missed out on schooling, gender-based violence has rocketed, and young people tell us their mental health has deteriorated. Poverty is on the rise." Sentebale was founded in 2006 by Harry and Seiso, the younger brother of Lesotho's King Letsie III. The charity has successfully become a reference point in the country for children and teenagers struggling with their HIV status. Sentebale aims at supporting young people's mental health and well-being and giving them the tools to lead a long and productive life. The name of the charity is strongly linked to Princess Diana, as the Duke of Sussex himself revealed in 2007 during the concert for Diana. Sentebale, he said at the time, means forget-me-not in the Sesotho language, and represents both the late Princess of Wales' favourite flower and a reminder to everyone not to forget Lesotho and its children. In their foreword, Seeiso and Harry also touched upon the COVID vaccine rollout in southern Africa, an issue the Duke of Sussex has been very vocal about. They wrote, "The global vaccine rollout has been far too slow and far too many have been left at risk. Thankfully, vaccination rates across the southern Africa region are picking up, but as many in the HIV advocacy community have known for decades, we cannot just hope for a pandemic to disappear. It takes resources, investment, ingenuity, leadership, and access to solve a public health crisis." The two royals also noted the challenges presented by the COVID crisis have taught valuable lessons, including the advantages of mixing a virtual and face-to-face approach while supporting those in need. They also voiced their pride in the work done by the organization's members and said their personal commitment to the charity remains unwavering. Since the spring of 2021, Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle have become vocal advocates for the worldwide distributions of COVID vaccines, deemed the only way to put an end to the pandemic. In the run-up to the Global Citizens Vax Live concert in May last year, the Duke and Duchess became campaign chairs and led a coordinated drive across the private sector to raise critical funds for COVAX, a vaccine sharing program co-led by the World Health Organization, WHO. On World AIDS Day, Harry compared the COVID vaccine inequity to the HIV struggle, saying vaccinating the whole world against coronavirus is a test of our moral character. He wrote in an open letter readout at a WHO and UNAIDS event, "Are we really comfortable repeating the failures of the past? Everything I've learned from the youth of Sentebale tells me not. They see how repeating these mistakes is destructive and self-defeating. It is a betrayal of the next generation." Most recently, Meghan and Harry co-signed an open letter coordinated by the People's Vaccine calling for the end to vaccine monopolies from Western countries. Besides, a former Ukrainian trialist in Prince Harry's Invictus Games has been killed fighting against the Russian invasion of his country, the Invictus Games Foundation has said. Seeiso died on Sunday, and the Ukrainian team manager paid tribute to his sense of humor, professionalism, patriotism and sports endeavors. Harry founded the Games to aid the rehabilitation of injured or sick military personnel and veterans from across the globe, by giving them the challenge of competing in sporting events similar to the Paralympics. The Invictus Games Foundation said in a statement on its website, "It is with regret that the Invictus Games Foundation can report that a member of the Ukrainian Invictus Games community has been confirmed as a fatality of the Russian invasion of Ukraine." Seeiso, a former trialist for the Invictus Games and Warrior Games for Team Ukraine, lost his life in fighting on the 13th of March, 2022, and our thoughts go out to his family, friends, and the wider community. The upcoming Invictus Games, delayed because of the pandemic, will be staged in The Hague next month. It was revealed at the weekend that Harry would be attending the Games in the Netherlands and released a video showing him brushing up on his Dutch ahead of the event. The foundation, which oversees the delivery of the Invictus Games, said in the statement, "When the time is right, the Invictus Games Foundation will once again support Team Ukraine with the rehabilitation and recovery through sport that it will need."